Thousands of residents affected by the devastating floods caused by the spillage of the Akosombo Dam have received relief support from Citi FM and Citi TV. The donation, which was funded by benevolent listeners and viewers of Citi FM and Citi TV, saw items such as food, water, medical supplies and safety equipment donated to the victims of the flood. The beneficiaries in return have expressed appreciation to the media organization. Citi News' Hansen Ajiman has the rest of the story.
It all began as a quest to tell the stories of the over 12,000 victims of the flooding caused by the spillage of the Akosombo Dam. It, however, turned into a humanitarian drive for support for these victims, as management of Citi FM and Citi TV could not look the other way after encountering the sorry condition of these victims. Life literally has come to a standstill in the about 12 communities within these three regions affected by this devastating situation. Homes have been submerged. Hitherto tourist destinations have turned into ghost towns, with victims at risk of an impending health crisis. The call to action by Citi FM and Citi TV began with requests for benevolent listeners and viewers of Citi FM and Citi TV to donate towards the cause, which was oversubscribed. Saturday's donation was the second since the request. Prior to the departure on Saturday, the goods were on Friday, October 20, diligently loaded onto trucks. On the day of the scheduled donation, volunteers, including staff and management of Citi FM and Citi TV, as well as medical volunteers, took a trip from the premises of Citi TV at Tesano to the various affected communities in the Volta region and in the Greater Accra region. Ahead of the journey, management of Citi FM and Citi TV, led by the Managing Director Samuel Atamensa, addressed volunteers on the focus of the exercise, particularly on the medical outreach.
We here, we don't know anything about your work. Now, all we know is that some people are in trouble. And we have gone to solicit for help. And we have bought medicines as per your own request. Everything you ask for has been provided. If you ask me what ailments are there, I don't know. So it's for you to determine as we go who is not well, who needs what, and all that. And then any support outside of that space, we can also come in.
The first stop for the team was Sukpe in the Southern district near Tsogakope. At Sukpe, the team was met with victims of the flood who could not hold their excitement at the decision to be included in this benevolent gesture. But before putting smiles on their faces, the team took time to carefully divide the goods into 3 separate batches with separate team leads. The medical team, facilitated by the management of Citi FM and Citi TV, also provided medical support to the victims who have endured various conditions within the past 2 weeks, a practice reciprocated in other communities visited.
So we have medications from anti-malarials to hematinics to antibiotics to analgesics. All of these are some of the medications that we have brought in. So we would interact first with the local people, and then we know exactly what is wrong with them, and then we can serve them.
Chief of Sokwe, upon citing the support provided for his people, could not hold his joy.
We thank those people coming to help us. Citi TV, everybody that is here to help us, we are very grateful to you, but we ask for more, if possible.
A former DC who received the goods on behalf of the people gave the assurance that the relief support will indeed be shared fairly.
A lot of people are already here. This is will not move anywhere until all those people here will get it. I said earlier that there are a few people who may not get because of the numbers. But at least what is here, all will go to the direct beneficiary whose list we already have here. I assure the team that everybody who is here, who is on that list, will get all what is here until they get finished.
Even though most of the affected persons in Sokpe had been evacuated to safe havens, team lead Richard Delasky could not resist the temptation of assessing the impact of the spillage on the community. To his surprise, flood water, evidently mixed with human excreta, had taken over most of the places observed from a canoe provided by the inhabitants. The second team, led by Bernard Avle, on the other hand, took a visit to Mafi Aklamado and New Bakwe. Unlike their counterparts in other communities, getting accommodation spaces was not a difficulty. Leaders of the community, however, were worried about the setback the situation has caused to the education of their wards.
Our students are still in the house. We need reading books a lot. We need a lot of things so that we can engage them, a temporary structure that they can start going to school.
Citi FM and Citi TV donated items including water purifiers, foodstuff, toiletries and disinfectants to the communities.
On behalf of the listeners of Citi FM and the viewers of Citi TV, we present this water purifier and all the other items listed here to you, the people who are here.
A former MP of the constituency, who is a benefactor to about 200 victims, called for more help.
Happy to be hosting them. It is our expectation that we'll be able to, in the short term, be able to settle our people and see into the medium and the long term.
I have a message from those who were taken by the river and the people that we have to thank you sincerely for your coming to our aid. The people are plenty and we need more logistics to cater for them.
The team, led by Vivian Kai Luko, encountered the unmotorable nature of the roads due to the floods. The situation was worse to the extent that one of the trucks hauling goods to be donated got stuck in the mud. But the team persevered and got the items, including food, water, and medical supplies, to the affected residents. It emerged that the donation from Citi FM and Citi TV was the first to be received by the residents. The team also encountered an interesting approach used by the residents to facilitate their transportation. KFC was available in all communities to provide free meals for the kids. Citi News' Bernard Avle, after the donation, gave an assessment of the exercise.
Not every area affected by flooding has a site or a camp. For some communities, people put up with friends and family, but they know those who have been affected. So you may not necessarily see a camp like we saw in some of the communities, but there are people who have been displaced, putting up with friends and other people who need support.
Aside these, an advanced team led by Umaru Sanda Amadu was also in Ada, where some island communities were greatly affected. A trip to these communities revealed that majority of the houses in these islands had been submerged, with their owners seeking refuge in other communities. The team offered a helping hand to these victims as well.
Lofonyo ni kaya ne wake fon TV ono ne jionkla na kan problem ji no ne wade jionke problem ba adan ke suga copy ke asuchare ke popan slot to in lo wan la ne awawo ayebo ko ne wa ba yebo anyi le wade meke ahanye support le anukwale ne wa cheme ahon ni fu lo wake omo ke baneji rice wake galiba wake befo humba wake yo neji beans mosquito net mudon wa chere yolo good wake mosquito net ba wake tadehi ke hu ke ba le wake mosquito coil hunkeba wan hie wa dem laundry soap neji jali na ke ma foni na ke ma sani wakeba le wan hie sikli neji sugar le wan hie wa dem mattress neji vono mattress wake poisinga yo le na ke ba ni ne asachoni ya he ko ni na ka mo no ebe ko ni ma wo e wozinga zugban jan lo ke chacha ke fo zugban lo ke no ba han ko o ya wo no na nga yo neji nono neji William ke Mr. Sewonu wake mawu ade le me na magba ke hanye
Mada Salem Agokpo ma na name ke pediatrokope ma na name ni wake na Citi FM ke Citi TV maka na mesin ke nene mene ayi ke bua ne mono no me so ade no wake ha wa mambi